Okay, listen, pay attention, Africa. EFCC arrests the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, over alleged 700 billion naira fraud. My goodness, 700 billion naira. For my non-Nigerian followers, okay, and for followers that are non-Africans, EFCC happens to be a body, an acronym, Economic Financial Crime Commission, set by the federal government to tackle corruption. We know they don't tackle corruption 100%, but sometimes they give us a snippet into what corruption looks like in the country. 700 billion naira. Mind you, the alleged former governor who embezzled this fund is 58 years old. He's never gonna finish this money in his lifetime. So why looting? Because this is not embezzlement, this is looting. There's a difference between embezzlement and looting. Most times what you see in Africa is not embezzlement, it is looting, because embezzlement requires some element of intelligence in theft. It is intelligent people that do embezzle fund in the Western world. That is why it is not noticeable that the Western world actually embezzle public fund. Yes, because there's an element of intelligence required in that kind of theft. But a situation where someone takes public fund of over 700 billion naira, it is not embezzlement, because there is daftness in that. It is looting, because it is being done in a broad daylight, koro, that you can't do anything. Why are these people slaves to wealth? I will tell you why. The typical African political leader is a slave to 5 P's and is in love with these 5 P's. Is a slave and in love with power. Is in love with property. Is in love with pomposity. Is in love with prestige, and is in love with publicity. They can do undo to gain these 5 P's, and that is what has kept Africa and this country, Nigeria, where it is today. They are in love with these 5 destructive P's that are destroying the country. But until the love for the people supersedes the love of these 5 P's, the country, Nigeria, and the continent, Africa, might not recognize our true potential. The love for the people, that P, the people, the love for it must supersede the love for power. It must supersede the love for property. It must supersede the love for popularity. It must supersede the love for prestige, and it must supersede the love for publicity. For Africa and the country Nigeria to actually regain our true potential in the political arena of the world, because this is beyond greed. This is kleptomaniacy. These guys are victims of kleptomaniacs. They are kleptomaniacs, because you cannot steal 700 billion for your own use alone. Even if you happen to come to this world again, you will not finish that money. 700 billion. So you are stealing for the form of stealing. That is a kleptomaniac. And that is what most politicians in the country and in the continent are. They are in love and they are slaves to these 5 destructive P's. It is pathetic. Yes, it is alleged. Most times what is alleged in the country is true. But we know what will happen at the end of the day. EFCC will take him to court. Court will ask him to pay half of the money, 10 billion, everything goes. Court will take his own share. Executive will take their own share. The stretcher will take their own share. He will take the remaining half. And the masses will be screaming. Sad and pathetic. But we'll keep screaming, because the hen said that I will not stop screaming. I'll be screaming. Not for the hawk to stop carrying my cheek, but for the world to hear my voice. Africa, wisdom is a principal thing. You know, you can always request for books from me. All you need to do is to go to my bio right here on TikTok. Request for books. I have books on neocolonialism written by Kwame Nkrumah. Many books for free for you, so that you will know what is happening in your country and about your people. I love you. I'm still going from schools to schools, giving free books to school children books that are not captured in the academic curriculum, books about African history and African political arena, and African legends and our politicians who did good, like Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, and the rest of it. Okay, the essence is to push away the frontier of ignorance while uplifting the horizon of learning in our children. I love and I care about you. Feel free to support Modern Day Town Crier. Feel free to support. If you don't have money to support us, pray for us. I love you and I care about you. We are family. Wisdom Africa is a principal thing. Let's watch and see how this case ends. I love you, Africa. Wisdom is a principal thing. Haha.